Welcome to lesson 3 of How Great Thou Art workshop. In this lesson, we're going to be picking up on the F that we ended lesson 2 on. And of course, if you're having trouble following along where I'm at in each lesson with the sheet music, I do in the link below have all the lessons as well as the sheet music highlighted so you know exactly where I am at in the music for each lesson. So that can be a big help. Now we ended off lesson 2 on that F. So there's the F I'm talking about. From there we have 2 more Fs. So we need to do some embellishments to separate those Fs. Even if you're not doing embellishments, you're ending up doing quite a few in this tune. So first one is a strike. We've done that before in lesson 2. Middle finger down and up. So middle finger down and up. Next embellishment is up and down G grace note. So that's top finger up and down. So those 2 embellishments, strike, and then grace note. Now, if it's a little bit, that's just how I think it sounds the best, mixing up those embellishments. But if it's a little bit too much of a headache, you could just do 2 strikes in a row. You could just do 2 G grace notes in a row. So there's options there. If that helps simplify it for you, go ahead. If you want to follow along the way I've done it in the sheet music, we have the strike and then the grace note. So let me play, I'll play what we have so far, right from the beginning. So we ended off on those 3 Fs, strike, grace note. Now we're going down to the D, but no D throw this time, so that's helpful. And I've talked about that note transition from F to D in lesson 2, so if that's still a bit confusing, hop over to lesson 2 in the link below and just practice that note transition again. But no embellishment on this one, so we're just going from F to D. So let me play what we got so far. From that D, we're going to go up to the E with a doubling. If you're not doing the doubling, the note transition from D to E is going to be dropping down to the low A position on the bottom hand. So remember, raise that pinky up. Top hand, you're lifting up the bottom finger, so that ring finger's coming up. And if you're doing it with the doubling, and the doubling's optional, I mean, because we have the note transition. So this is if you're doing minimum embellishments, but having a bit of a sweat, how many are coming up that you have to do in this tune. This is one you could leave out. But if you want to do that doubling, we're going to do a G grace note to initiate the whole movement. So that top finger has to lift, then you do your note transition, top finger comes down. That's the first half of the doubling. Second half of the doubling, second grace note is going to be that middle finger up and down. So if we put the first half with the second half, and a little bit quicker, and that's as far as we're going in lesson 3, because I want you to feel confident putting this lesson 1, 2, and 3 chunks together in a nice stream before we move on to lesson 4. So let me play that. I'm going to play the embellishments like in the sheet music, but again, we talked about those variations that you can simplify. So I'm going to play that lesson 1, 2, 3 for you here a couple times, just so you can get in the groove of it. I'll try to go extra slow a time, and then a little bit quicker, not super fast, but a little bit quicker the second time. And again, the links below for the sheet music and all the lessons, and I can't wait to see you in lesson 4. Here's a little bit quicker. And that's the end of lesson 3. Can't wait to see you in lesson 4. Good luck, happy piping, and this is going to be a good one to get playing for people.